Then folks building up that white-only community in Missouri are very funny because if you know your history, you'll realize that it's going to collapse upon itself. It's going to fail. And I really feel like they're going to notice that it's failing whenever Becky's trying to make burrito tacos and she's really fucking it up. And they'll find somebody else to blame at the end of the day because these people have insane egos and are just extremely racist. Like, the thought of maybe my ignorance and my stupidity led to this failure is too much for them. They can't compute it because for centuries they've been telling themselves that they're better than because of the color of their skin, because they're white, they're pure, they're God's gift to earth, you know what I mean? And their whole existence depends upon having their ego stroked by society. And if you don't stroke their ego, they're going to lash out, they're going to wall out. Like, and it's because they don't have any kind of culture. They don't have anything to really cling to besides whiteness. Because a lot of white people have lost their culture as a result of coming over here from Europe. And because they lost their culture, lost their heritage, they're always trying to infiltrate black and brown communities and take what they can and bring it back to them. You know what I mean? Because it's like they see that our communities are built on love and care for one another. And white supremacy doesn't allow for that. It drives for individualism. It drives for you not to care about anybody but yourself because you're trying to reach a level of white supremacy that'll allow you to not give a fuck about anybody, that'll allow you to be extremely superior. White supremacy doesn't just mean supremacy over black and brown folks. It's supremacy over other white people as well. Because capitalism is one of the things that really holds up white supremacy and allows it to function and run rampant.
I have some news for you, some fresh news, right? Remember about the white-only community that only allowed white people and gays, people, men who sleep with men, were not allowed there. Together with the black people and gays were not allowed in that place. Only white people were allowed. I don't know why they equated blacks and gays together. I still don't understand. But that very community that was founded has collapsed. Well, the community has been collapsing for a while now. And now it has gotten to my attention that we should speak of it, right? You know, America is a multi-racial country, a country of many origin, a country with so many people from different parts of the world, right? So you coming up front and saying that you want to create a specific ethnic territory only allowed for that specific ethnicity is something that is not permissible. It's something that is unconstitutional in the American constituency, right? So this white-only community has collapsed, and here is what the white Americans and the black Americans have to say about this collapse.
Washed butt cracks that are moving to their strange little girl-bye village in Arkansas or Missouri or where the fuck ever, it's all the same shit. Let them go. That's what I say. Let them the fuck go. Like, who fucking cares? I know a lot of white people right now are crashing out. When I say that, I mean the liberals who are worried about the racist aspects of this. Yeah, they're horrible people, though. Like, if they want to self-segregate, let them. Like, see ya. I mean, they're going to have garden hoses attached to, like, rainwater buckets, and they're going to bathe themselves in, like, bye. Like, these are weirdos. Like, who cares? Not to mention, yeah, they're racist. So please, yes, find a way out. I mean, I've been trying to figure out how we can get rid of them in our communities as it is. This is great. They're doing it themselves at their own expense. Perfect. And I will say for that one creator on here that has gone around talking about, oh, we would really love it if black people did the same thing, created functioning, financially strong communities. Bitch, do you know American history? There are 45 million examples of how the second that black people did that and had thriving communities, they were razed to the ground. I mean, I went to college in Oklahoma. Tulsa race riots. Oh, what? Their Black Wall Street there destroyed. All because some white woman decided that a black boy in a building was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she didn't like how he looked. And I'm simplifying that so much, but like, she was just started a whole race riot that destroyed that community. Central Park was built on Seneca. I'm forgetting the other word, but yeah, a black community that was thriving there as well had their own post office. Like, when I lived in New York City and I found that out, like, you can see it when you go through the tours and everything. Like, what the fuck? Like, you think that it's this beautiful space, and then you find out, oh, just like all of America, it's built on the graves of people who aren't white. I'm astonished. So anyway, and I know this is definitely not at the same level, but all the people like this who move into our gay neighborhoods, buy up all the property, jack up the mortgages, and kick us out, price us out, everything. Like, no, this is the same shit where it's just like they want all the spaces and we have to go start over somewhere else, try to build community somewhere else. And then they get their bachelorette parties together and come into our gay bars and they're just like, oh my God, can I take a picture of you two? You're so cute. We are not lab animals. We're not in a zoo. We're not cute. We're tired of your shit, Kelly, Ashley, Sarah Beth. So if they want to move to a fucking little village, let them. Let them. I'm glad for it. See ya. Trash takes itself out.
So they're trying to break ground on a whites-only community in Springfield, Missouri, as early as this year. Not literally in Springfield, Missouri, but adjacent. And they hope that they can build one of these cities in every state in the Union. It's called the Return to the Land Initiative. And my brain keeps breaking every time I say return to the land out loud. Because there's nothing about white people that screams return to the land. White people can barely go camping without crying. And I'm trying to understand the whole return to the land sentiment there, because it sounds eerily similar to return the land or land back for indigenous people. And after that Jubilee episode recently with that one white guy saying that white people are Native Americans, and he truly believed it and people clapped for him, I'd like to see them build this white city. But I would like them to not use any inventions made by any person of color or any immigrant. Like literally everything. Even down to the types of pets that they're allowed to have, actually. Because we don't want any immigrant pets. They have to be from America only. It's just bothersome to me, as a person who is white, to see other white people be so fucking stupid. And the fact that they think that they can actually put one in every state. It's mind-boggling to me. At this point, I'm just starting to feel like any person who is not cis, straight, heterosexual, white, or male, it can't be all of those categories. I think we should just leave. Everyone just fucking pick up, give up, and leave. And let them see how horrible it actually would be. This can't be my reality.
Good morning, peeps. So, I see these posts about somewhere in bumfuck Arkansas, they're creating an all-white town. Only white people. Woo! And some people are making videos saying, oh, black people are upset about it. Ah. And the black people are chiming in saying, no, we're not. We don't give a fuck. If all you racist incels want to start your own town, great. Have fun. Do what you got to do. Truth is, a lot of towns in rural South are already mostly white anyway. Those people fucking have been inbreeding for years. They're all a bunch of inbred, incel fucking yokels who fucking, they're spoon-fed fucking bullshit from Fox News and OAN and Newsmax, and they're the fucking ones that fucking keep voting Republican, even though the Republicans are fucking been robbing them blind and fucking them over for fucking decades. How's that working out for you, West Virginia? How's that working out for you, Arkansas? You elected Sarah Huckabee Sanders, fucking, whose only qualification was she can, lie to your face with a straight face. Pathological liar and a fucking grifter and a thief. She's robbing you guys blind too. So please let us know where these towns are. So if we're ever on a road trip, we can make sure to not even stop there for gas. Because chances are you don't want to be there. And I saw a post with somebody making a good point. They've tried this in the past before many times. And the same thing always happens. It's just a fucking cult. All the predators are going to rise to the top, and they're going to start doing terrible things to kids. In about 6 to 10 years, somebody's going to escape and say, yeah, I was a child who grew up there, and my parents and the people of the town abused me. So it's just a bunch. They're just terrible people, because the people that have that type of mindset do those types of terrible things. And, you look no further than our president. He did terrible things too, and we all know he's on that list. So whites only towns, yay! Have at it. The master race. If you people think you're superior, then how come only stupid people subscribe to it? The orange fucking monster is living proof that whole theory is just a bunch of bullshit. So do what you got to do, white people, and everyone else, have a good day.
A whites only community. I keep seeing stuff across my Facebook feed that says that all these places are making white only communities. And y'all, I am so excited. I don't know about y'all, but I am so excited because I can't wait for these raggedy bastards not to be in our community anymore. Yeah, no. Make your racist ass community and then take all y'all's asses there and stay there and don't come out and, croak or whatever y'all are going to do while y'all are there. Whites only community. Get the fuck out of here. No, but no, I hope that works out for you. I hope that's exactly what you do. I hope you make this big community of only white people who hate all other colors and people that don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell goes through y'all's mind. Being racist is weird. Y'all are fucking weird. I can't imagine not liking someone because of the color of their skin. Like, I'm white, and there's hella white people that I don't like. So, yeah, no. That shit's weird behavior. But, hey, no, more power to you. I hope your white community really works out. I hope y'all go there, y'all stay there, and y'all don't ever come the fuck back out here ever again. All right, y'all have a good day.
To the white people that are like, oh, my God, this is crazy. To that whites-only town in Arkansas or Missouri, whatever backwoods fucking town or state it's happening in, you do realize right now in 2025, that's what the Trump administration, MAGA, a whole fuckload of white people are operating on. They want this a whites-only country. You're just surprised because these motherfuckers in that town are just saying it out loud in a way you can't turn your face away from. But Trump and his administration in America as a whole for centuries has been saying the same shit. I'll continue to say this. We are in the middle of a reckoning for white people. All of us. And I fucking hate Trump. If you followed me over the years, I fucking despise that man. Been talking about it for years. Been talking about white supremacy nonstop for almost 5 years. But I cannot separate myself from that as a white man in this country. But there's no surprises here. None. When you have a government that is sending out ICE to kidnap immigrant men, women, and children, put them in American concentration camps, when you have a police force that frequently murders black men, women, and children, when you have a government that continues to fucking destroy indigenous communities, when you have a government that pays for the genocide of the Palestinian people, when you have a government that has a white supremacist hand in Congo and Sudan and Haiti and all these other places across the world that causes death and destruction, when you have a government that is making their sole focus to destroy anything that involves diversity, equity, and inclusion, deleting black, indigenous people of color from historical archives, talking about how black history is divisive. Like, the list goes on. When you have a government that runs off this idea that there's a white genocide, or that the white population is at risk of being destroyed, like this, they are trying so hard to make this a whites only America. But the thing is, white people won't believe that unless another white person is like, hey, we're making a whites only community. Then it's like, oh my God, this is bad. No, black, indigenous, people of color have been telling America this for literally hundreds of years. There are black creators, indigenous creators, creators from other communities outside of whiteness every fucking day that are on this app telling the truth. But you won't believe that it's racism or white supremacy unless a white person purposefully tells you, hey, we're going to be super fucking racist and build a white supremacist town. Then you're like, oh, that's okay. It is real. Listen to black, indigenous people of color. They tell you the truth. They know us better than we know ourselves.
Oh, let them build a white-only community in Arkansas. They'll find out. They'll find out how bored they are. I mean, without Mexican, indigenous, black, Asian influences, like, what are they even doing? Like just eating mayonnaise and listening to country music, I guess? Like, I'd be really worried about the kids in that community, though, right? Like, they're going to become the entertainment in an evil sort of way. But other than that, just let them have their experiment.
Okay, I'm going to call on my fellow white people, especially, like, white USians and people raised in the white woman box, because that's primarily what we're talking about here. But anybody, I need to know. This says, what do you mean by white communities fall apart so often? I want to hear your stories. Stitch this or comment on if you were in a community of primarily white people that imploded. I want to hear it. Big, small, online, offline, could be anything from abuse from someone at the top to everybody disagreeing on what kind of yarn was best for a project. If you've been in a primarily white space that has imploded and gotten super dramatic, I want to hear about it.
I think white people think that other people want to be them. I think they think other people want to be white. They actually think that people are looking at them ordering Charlie Kirk's at Starbucks in a show of solidarity and thinking, God, I wish that was fucking me. They think people want to be like them. Bro, nobody wants to be like white people.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. This video is so funny because it is true. Like, white people think that they are the norm, the status quo, and that they are the blueprint for things, and everything outside of the scope of being white is not normal. I can speak boldly for the majority of black people on earth, that I will say 99.999% of black people. In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. With everything that we experience in the world, with everything, all the history we have, all the racism, microaggressions, macroaggressions existing in this world, having to prove yourself, being better than everybody just to get an equal level playing field, I would always choose to be black. I couldn't imagine not having 20 cousins, having fake cousins, being communal, going to church, having growing up in my grandmother's house, having dinner at my grandma's house, having a drunk uncle that has hoop dreams at 50 who used to be a rapper. I couldn't imagine not having all the things that bring me together as a black person with other black people. Seasoned food, rhythm, music, clothes, swag, style, impact. I just could not imagine not being this person. So if you're watching this and you're white and you really think that you are the blueprint because the world has told you so, that's a lie, bro. It's a lie. I would never want to be white. Don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that have issues internally, self-hatred, and that's due to our history in this land and the world. But the majority of us would always choose to be melanated in the next lifetime. Have a wonderful day.
So, after carefully listening to these lamentations from the blacks, from the whites, we can clearly tell that the black people and the white people are thinking in one line in this case, right? No one is supporting this white-only community, right? We have problems, scientific, biological, spiritual, economical, social problems, that also political problems that would arise if this such kind of community would happen to exist, right? So it also reminds me of a situation in the Bible when man decided to build a very tall building, right? A very tall building that would reach heaven. So they wanted to get to heaven to be like God. Now that one was not a good idea, and it has a lot of spiritual meaning behind it. So God brought confusion among them, and that's where we have the rise of different ethnicities, different languages. So languages rose from there, ethnicities also rose from there, right? So right now I am looking back and I'm seeing this community in Arkansas, right? What happens is when these communities become one, there are going to be a number of problems. As I told you, biological is one of them, right? So you've heard of something called incest. And one of the speakers told us that with people who have such kind of a mindset of separating themselves from the rest of community, they also might have an incest mindset. An incest is when people from the same family marry, and that is wrong morally. It is morally inappropriate. It's morally wrong, and also biologically it can cause problems, right? We have some inbred problems that occurs when people intermarry within the same bloodline, right? So this would be one of the problems that would arise. So an incest is something that can be very problematic, and that is likely to happen because they don't want to intermarry. There are people who want to live within themselves, right? There are people with pervasive mindset, right? And also, a white man said that if they are going to live in that community, let them be independent. Let them not carry anything that has been invented by people of color. Let them not carry anything that has been invented by black or by any other people apart from whites. Hey, now that's the tricky part of it, because black people have invented so many things, and now because they don't want you, they should also not like what you have or what you've made. That's how it goes. You can't say you love someone and you love someone's property and you don't like them. If you don't like them, please also don't like their property. That's how it goes, right? So this whole nonsense of creating a white-only community is fine to backfire. It is like the Tower of Babel that was shaken by God, and people got confused. Nobody could understand the other. So this white-only community is likened to that Tower of Babel. People with whom were very arrogant to think that they can build a very tall building and reach God, right? So there is a lot of problems that would arise from such. I hope that you've gathered value from this. If you have gathered value, kindly subscribe, support me on Patreon. I'll surely appreciate. And see you in the next one.